the illness of cheating. Why do people cheat on their partner? When someone is cheated on by their partner, they are often left asking why. How could someone they trusted and loved, and who they thought loved them back, betray them in such a shocking and hurtful way? There's usually not only a sense of anger or upset, but also a total disbelief. The reason people cheat are varied, but there are a number that crop up time and time again when we talk to people who have been cheated upon. If you're currently struggling to understand why this has happened to you, you may find it useful to think about some of the following things I want to discuss with you on this podcast. I think number one reason that people cheat on their spouses is disconnection. Disconnection, one of the most common reasons for infidelity. That feeling that you and your partner have drifted apart. In this case, cheating can feel like a way of finding something new, something exciting. When your relationship has become predictable and familiar, you see that? A sense of disconnection from one's partner can happen for a variety of reasons. There may be a lack of proper communication in the relationship. You know that's a big issue. Talking about specific issues or just generally keeping in touch about how you feel. People can't seem to put themselves to do that. Or life may have become dominated by work or even looking after kids. Looking after kids together sometimes has become more functionally than loving. We find out the spouse themselves don't have time for each other. Too busy now for work or taking care of kids. So we have disconnection. Another thing that makes people cheat, which I believe is very common, is the feeling of unloved. Many people feel that they are not loved by their partner. In counseling, we often use the term love languages to describe how people express affection to one another. Some partner communicates more verbally by saying nice things, whereas others might prefer to express affection physically by cuddling or kissing or touching. Listen, if your love language is different to your partner's, that can leave you feeling unloved, especially when the love language is not communicated, it's not discussed. In addition to that, potentially more open to the affection of someone who seems to understand your love language or understand you better. So the feeling of unloved is a major fact, a major discovery that makes people to cheat on their spouses. Another thing I found so common is imbalance. If there is a lack of balance in a relationship, one partner can begin to feel a bit like a parent and the other like a child. For example, one partner may feel like that they have to be responsible for the other, making all the decisions, organizing the home, managing the finances, and so on. Why the other partner doesn't pull their weight at all? He is not moved. She is not moved. So in this, an affair might then be tempting in order to feel appreciated and equal. Equally, the partner in the child position may feel criticized, meaning an affair might feel like a way of reclaiming some sense of independence and authority. So we have the issue of imbalance. making a lot of men and women cheat on their spouses. Another thing I find again is fear of commitment. Sometimes affairs occur at times when you might assume people will be the most secured in their relationship, such as after getting engaged, for instance, or when someone is pregnant. But worries over commitment can be very, very destabilizing. Sometimes people can sabotage what they have, consciously or unconsciously. So, as a way of rejecting feelings of responsibility, they just want to reject that feeling of responsibility. So what? They go ahead and commit infidelity. So that happens in marriage most cases. Another thing I found that is common that leads to other people cheating on their spouse: issues related to self-esteem. Oh yes, self-esteem. Affairs can also arise from personal insecurity. There are a lot of women undergoing personal insecurities, and there are also men undergoing personal insecurities. Low self-esteem can cause people to be very dependent on the attentions of others, and in some cases the attention of just one person is not enough. So it may also cause someone to feel insecure in their own relationship, so much so that they might cheat as a way of rejecting rather than just being rejected. So we have that issue also among people: self-esteem. Another issue that is very, very common is sexually addictive behavior. Sexually addictive behavior is a very rampant habit that leads to infidelity. Affairs can commonly be linked to problems with sexual addictive behaviors, and is on the rising. This is where someone habitually engage in sexual activities as a way of satisfying desires and relieving negative feelings they find hard to control. Now, there was a video I did on my channel recently, how a man interviewed the wife cheating. I need you to watch that video. Exactly what this woman have. This woman have sexually addictive behavior. There are a lot of men that have sexually addictive behavior. So what is this behavior like? Like I said, it is where someone habitually engage in sexual activities as a way of satisfying desires, relieving negative feelings they find hard to control. These desires can be compulsive in the way that a drug or alcohol addiction might be. It's just the way it is. You can compare it that way. For some people, this can mean they end up engaging in affairs repeatedly or in multiple relationships. There's so much to share on this, but these ones I've just mentioned will give you an idea of why a lot of people cheat on their spouses. So what now? What are you going to do? As hard as it may be to believe that these things can change, or this person or whoever behave like this will be able to change. An affair doesn't have to mean the end of your relationship. You need to understand that. Even though it appears to be that way, if your partner truly regrets what has happened and is willing to end the affairs, you are both prepared to put the work into finding your way back. There's no reason why you can't save your relationship. Of course, many couples come to the conclusion that their relationship has run its course. So with the affair being a symbol of what it was wrong rather than the cause, so they just want to give up. Whatever the case, trying to examine the situation or the issue together is your best chance to make sense of things. The person who has cheated will need to take the responsibility for their own actions, for their own behavior as wrong, and not make excuses. I know many may want to make excuses, many women want to make excuses, but this is not the time. Now, although it can be very difficult for the person who has been cheated on, all right, both parties or both partners will need to acknowledge their responsibility for what was wrong with the relationship prior to this cheating activities taking place, because something led to it, and that need to be examined. So there's so many things that you can do to rectify this kind of situation, but this one is the major. First, you talk about the person who cheated must admit that he done something wrong and is willing to change. Then secondly, you guys have to sit down and talk about what really led to him or her cheating on you or cheating in the relationship in the first place. So with this, I've shared with you a very amazing information I believe you can benefit from: the illness of cheating. Why do people cheat on their partner? Thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification button so that you will not miss anything. Until then, I'll see you with another video. Bye for now.